Hey everybody, this is Coach Carlos, and this video is created particularly for the sales teams, those who market the book. But I also want to say thank you to anybody, anybody who had something to do with this book. It's taken me 3 years to birth this book. Now, for some, that may be 3 years too long, but for me, I gave it everything that I have is in this book. Every strategy that I created, every experience that I was a part of that had anything to do with building what I call healthy PBRs, performance based relationships that led to increased engagement, that led to increased attendance, that led to decreased antisocial behavior, that ultimately led to increased performance. See, at the end of the day, I don't care which one of the stakeholders you look at, whether you're talking about parents, whether you're talking about board members, whether you're talking about community supporters, whether you're talking about school leaders, students, uh, 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 whoever the instructional teams, whoever you're talking about, it's all about healthy relationships. But in schools, it's a relationship based on performance. It's great if we're friends, but there's no reason for us to be friends if the outcome is not increased performance. We need parents who understand performance based relationships. So when they come to the school, that's the conversation. That's the psyche. That's what they're speaking out of. I understand this lady, this man in front of me is about helping my child perform. And that's the crux. That's the foundation of our relationship, performance. And as long as this teacher is performing, I love this teacher. As long as I'm performing what I'm supposed to do, then they've got the best me. But as soon as we deviate from having a performance-based relationship, then all of our personal biases take over. We don't need that. It needs to be rooted in performance-based relationships because that is what increases engagement. And that's what Power Engage is all about. Now that's the product. Now the person is me. If they're looking for someone who's highly energetic, that's research based, that's funny, I'm your guy, particularly if it's a Friday PD. Oh, you want me there for a Friday PD. I have no problems with Friday PDs, and your instructors will love me being there for a Friday PD. It's entertaining, it's engaging, and it will be interactive. And they won't be able to wait to get back to the classroom to implement these power moves, as they're called in the book. Now, there's 7 power moves. I wrote the power moves based on thinking through the mindset of an instructor who read this but did not have the time to go get district approval. They needed something that they can implement tomorrow. The power moves are based on an instructor's ability to be able to implement it without having to go through multiple layers of approval. Didn't have to get financial approval, didn't have to get leadership approval, something they could start doing right away. There are personal power moves that first they have to get together, and the rest of the power moves go right along with it. And you can implement one or implement all 7. The first 2 you have to implement because the first 2 are about yourself, about an instructor's personal development. It's about their self-care. It's about remembering why they got into education in the first place. Why they get into education in the first place. That's what it's all about. That's the first power move. And the second one is really adopting what I call a coach's mindset. You'll love that piece. If they do power move number 1 and power move number 2, the rest of the power moves are easy. And again, you can grab them off the shelf the way they need them. They don't have to go in sequential order. The first 2 are the foundational moves. We've got to get them for. I've got to help them understand why it's important to remember why you even thought about teaching. Because once you lose that, because teaching is a calling, it's not about compensation. And the minute you forget the calling and dip into compensation, you'll never get paid enough. So I have to remind teachers of that this is a calling. What's your why for teaching? Let's get back to that. Then We talk about having the coach's mindset. Oh, baby. And that's where we get them. And then after that, we go to power moves. That's how I teach it. That's how I present it. This person right here, what you see in front of you now, this is who you will be sending out to a school district. Black, white, green, or purple. Forget the socioeconomics. The worst thing you can do is only send me to black poor districts. I'm not saying I can't do well there, but you don't want to just use me there. Everybody needs to learn how to engage. Everybody. And not just in school. If you learn the tenets of engagement, we can transform school cultures and classroom cultures all over this place. So I'm looking forward to being your representative as you send me out to the districts that you talk to. Trust me, they'll thank you for it. This is Coach Carlos. That's my research, and I'm sticking to it. Take care.